Unicef South Africa and partners have launched a fundraising campaign to help about 200 families in KwaMashu. They're collecting food vouchers, water and hygiene supplies. They'll also be providing counselling for children affected by the floods. For more on this, we're joined by Christine Muhigana from Unicef South Africa. Christine, thank you very much for your time this evening. The recent floods in KZN have been described as the worst in South Africa's history. What are you seeing on the ground now, approximately 2 weeks later?
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to you and your viewers about this situation. What we see is really harsh. It's hard. Lots of destruction, infrastructural destruction, houses destroyed, schools affected, hospitals affected. But the most disheartening is to see, how people are affected. Lots of people who lost their houses, their homes, in shelters, difficult conditions in those shelters. The government partners are doing what they can. They're doing a lot. Temporary shelters are being provided, mattresses, security is provided in those shelters. But what we need to work on now, and that's why we think the partnership we're having now with KZN is on the quality and the human dimension of the support and the assistance that these families, these communities need.
Who's been most badly affected?
The most vulnerable are those who were already poor and in vulnerable situations. In the shelters that we're seeing, there are women, there are young children who are in conditions that are dire. We hear that yes, they're receiving food, but the diversity or the variety of that food is not something that you can sustain for a long time. Security is an issue. We at UNICEF are worried about the possibility that there may be exacerbation of violence against children, against women. So those who were already vulnerable are most affected, and we want to make sure, with the support of our partners such as KZN, that we're there for those who need it most. We will provide psychological support, counseling services for those who need it as well, and the support that we're providing through KZN to those 200 families will also target these children with disabilities.
Tell us a little bit more about this partnership.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Could you tell us a little bit more about your partnership with the KZN Foundation?
So we're actually building on a partnership that already started as we were responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. KZN supported us in strengthening cold chain management for the vaccines against COVID-19. We also partnered with them on community mobilization for messaging for preventing COVID-19, and now they're coming on board to strengthen or allow us to widen the support that we are providing to communities, families affected by these terrible floods in KZN. And so what they do is through a 2 weeks campaign that they have launched now through their stores and also online. The money that will be collected, up to 500,000 rands, will allow us to buy emergency water and sanitation supplies, and also provide counseling, psychological support to families who've been affected, food vouchers, and when necessary, where there is a need, there would also be a possibility to refer families who need housing. Many of the families have lost their IDs, documents. We will support in that as well. And also where there is a need, an expressed need for burial services, we would also offer those.
How can people that want to help support this initiative?
So to support the Cotton On campaign, all you need to do is go either online or visit a store and buy masks. You can buy cans of water. You can buy tote bags, and a portion of that money that goes to the purchase in the Cotton On stores would go to this campaign and allow us to expand on the support that we're already providing to families, communities through a partner, faith-based child protection movement partner who is already working with us in KZN.
Oh, thank you very much. We're going to leave it there. Christine Muhigana from Unicef South Africa.